Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm back at it again with another video. I know, quick turnaround rate. Am I right? Damn. I wanted that video to breathe a little tiny bit. When you get the opportunity, after this one, stop being a pussy. Stop being a bitch-ass nigga. Grow some hair on your nuts. Go check out the last video I did with Ray Phoenix and Tony Khan and their little controversy. But I guess this is another video. Different time frame, different place, I don't know, different gender. It is 2025 after all. Corey Graves blurs the line of reality after candid remarks about being moved from WWE Raw to NXT. Corey Graves returned to giving his candid commentary on a Monday night, just not on WWE's Raw. Ooh, juicy news, gossip, spill the tea, sis. After seemingly being demoted to NXT, the now former Raw announcer had something to say on X. Was he on X when he said it, or was he on X when he said it? Yeah, that joke's probably played out right about now. Apparently, Corey Graves said, same person, imagine chasing your dream, then being told, not deciding, that you're no longer physically able to pursue your dream. Then you dedicate your life to something, and I quote, dream adjacent, end quote, and being pretty fucking awesome at it. And then, when it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, being told you're not famous enough for your own job. Just in case you've wondered where I've been. Well, at least I know where you've been. I mean, I thought you were busy, I don't know, cucking your wife out to some big black dude. Or oh wait, sorry. Yeah, you guys look the same. What the fuck? Apparently, Corey Graves. Oh, actually, I should probably read the last excerpt of this. I mean, it's from the Wrestling Observer Radio, so good God. Cross your fingers and cross your nuts at the same time. Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez offering their take on the matter, with Alvarez saying, and I quote, Graves looked miserable when they introduced him. Meltzer replied, the thing is that, oh, what the fuck? The thing is that he was the best color guy they had. I mean, he was the best. And now he's in NXT instead of Netflix. But look, they're always gonna go with Pat McAfee because these guys aren't a star power. If Graves looked miserable, that could be design or be by design. Early Tuesday morning, Graves posted another message on X pointing to a possible work in progress. And then he says, I've got a lot to say, and I guess he's talking about NXT. And apparently, maybe they cleared him to wrestle. That could be the case. I'm not sure. Look, I hate talking about stuff like this because honestly, I'm not sure if it's a work or if it's not a work. I did just see I did just see something like a couple of minutes ago before recording though. Apparently they pulled him off of the commentary crew for speed. You know what I mean? And it is kind of weird how, like, okay, he had a lot to say, or maybe they were going to work it as an angle. And then, like, when was this? Last week, apparently, when he was on NXT. But apparently they were going to do something this week, but he wasn't on NXT this week, from what it looks like. Last Tuesday, Graves moved to a 3-man booth with Vic Joseph and Booker T. But he wasn't there last night, though, right? I don't believe so. Can I look that up real quick? Was he there on, I don't remember hearing his voice on NXT on Tuesday, or maybe I'm tripping. Oh, look at that. I actually just found another article saying that he was, and I was going to say, I had NXT on in the background last night, and I don't remember hearing his voice at all last night. But it said it looks like Corey Graves will not be appearing on the January 14th episode of NXT on the CW. PW Insider is reporting that Graves was seen earlier on Tuesday going to TSA to leave Florida. Oh, wow. So so now you know this is not a work. This is actually a shoot. Then on Tuesday morning, Graves tweeted out that he would like to, we've seen all that already. PW Insider, Dave Meltzer, and Fightful Select, are reporting. Yeah, this is a shoot. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, let me get a little bit serious now. PW Insider, Dave Meltzer, and Fightful Select are further reporting that the word from sources within WWE is that Graves was not happy about being removed from the WWE SmackDown commentary team and moved to the NXT commentary team with Vic Joseph and Booker T. Graves' brother Sam Adonis has tweeted out that the situation with Graves is not a work. And yeah, his brother tweeted out not a work. And it said, this is coming from Dave Meltzer, it says, and I know, take it with a grain of salt, but there's a lot of these guys corroborating this. And if they're all, it'd be one thing if it was just Dave doing it by himself. But if they're all corroborating this, hey, this might be serious. We'll know if he's released and does a return. Ooh, is that serious? Then it's not. What he said this morning to plug something big on the show tonight would indicate it's a work. But like I said, people close to the situation tell me it's not a work. Did he just say, okay, wait, hang on. Wait, per Fightful Select's report, Graves resides in Pittsburgh. Okay, who cares about that? His contract with WWE was renewed as a multi-year deal last January. So last year, January, okay. In addition, Fightful states that as of 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Graves was not present, this is yesterday, at the NXT TV rehearsals, and only 2 chairs were set up at the announce table. Furthermore, Fightful Select also notes a WWE higher-up said to the publication that while commentary teams do often change, Michael Cole and Graves did remain consistent. The same source expressed surprise that Graves was moved to NXT television and said they predict he would end up back on Raw or SmackDown by the spring. Graves has received significant praise within WWE for his flexibility to adapt to different roles and changing schedules in the company. Fightful Select concluded by noting per multiple sources, Graves' frustration with being sent to NXT is indeed legitimate, and that several NXT talent and sources of the production side of things were actually unaware of Graves being moved to NXT. Many staff were also surprised to see him at the New Year's Evil special back on January 7th, thinking he was doing commentary due to being in Orlando that day. So they thought he was a guest commentary role. Okay, got it. Okay, I mean, my thing is they could, actually I'm not even gonna, no, because I was gonna say something else. I was gonna say, could they just do a 3-man booth on SmackDown with Wade and the what's the guy's name? The Joe Tessitore guy? Because, my understanding from what it looks like, I'm assuming it's all to do with the star power angle, right? You got Pat McAfee, who's with Michael Cole, and I guess, that's a thing. But then at the same time, on SmackDown, you got Wade and Joe, and I mean, let's just call a spade for a spade. I like Corey Graves. Wade Barrett is so much better than Corey Graves. I'm so sorry. You guys can fucking cope all you want to. Wade is so much better than Corey Graves, in my opinion, as a color commentary guy, but whatever. Not to say that Graves is necessarily bad. I just like Wade a lot more. So I get why they did it. So I guess Graves is kind of the odd man out in the end of the day. But this is my confusion though. Like, is he taking it as a demotion? I guess technically, and I guess technically is a demotion, right? When you think about it. Because, you're going from Raw and SmackDown down to the developmental league, so essentially. But at the same time, though, why, like, I don't know, why phrase it that way? You know what I mean? Not saying the article, but I mean in the sense of Corey Graves, why take it in that way? I remember the story by Jim Ross talking about Eddie Guerrero back at, WrestleMania 21, I want to say, when Eddie had his match with Rey Mysterio, and he was so pissed off. Eddie was so pissed. He was like, how could you put me and Ray in the opener? And Jim Ross looked at him and he was like, bruh, you're in the opener. And Eddie was like, yeah, I wanted to be higher up on the card. And Jim was calming him down like, okay, to what? I don't know, get a tired crowd? You're in the opener. You get the hottest reaction from the crowd all night outside of the key matches. Take advantage of that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Which obviously calmed Eddie down, and that kind of set the precedent going forward for most wrestlers to understand that, hey, that's right. I can be in the opener, and that's just as good as being in the main event. And now it's, I either want to be in the opener, I want to be in the middle, or I want to be in the end. Just don't put me in between the open, middle, or between the middle and the end, unless it's like a penultimate match, or if you're a big superstar, so it doesn't matter, right? Hell, we could take this even a little bit further in regards to this whole wrestling analogy, as far as looking at it as a demotion, if that's how he's taking it, which clearly is how he's taking it. I still remember the promo with John Cena and Roman Reigns back on Monday Night Raw. What was it, like 2017, when John Cena completely obliterated Roman? And the line where like John Cena's like, like, I have the United States Championship and I carried it with pride. Like I use it in order to introduce the audience to wrestlers such as Owens and Zayn and everything. And he said, Roman, you took the United States Championship as a demotion. And the way he said it and the way he phrased it, Cena that is essentially saying that Roman took something that he himself would probably typically use as being a team player, and he took it as me, myself, and I, which I get it. The wrestling business is all selfish in the end of the day. But Corey, isn't this the same guy on his podcast, or when you see him on social media constantly touting how awesome the current roster is, how we should stop worrying about the past so much? Like, we should start caring about today's roster. We need to fucking get because you were on commentary and on television when these guys were on television. Now all of a sudden it's all about team playing roles, right? Now it's all about the team effort when you're on television with these guys, but you can't keep that same attitude when you have to go down to the minor leagues in order to help, develop the next phase of talent going forward. It's hypocritical on both ways as far as I see it. It's hypocritical on both ends. It's hypocritical in the sense that, so we can't talk about the Attitude Era, right? We can't talk about the Ruthless Aggression Era. It's, you guys focus too much on the past. Let's focus on the now when you happen to be in the now. But, I mean, you can't take the time to go help out the guys down there. But you guys are now currently the past, as the now is starting to become what NXT is right now, right? But that's only when you talk about the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era, not what you're a part of. Okay. And also, let's focus on the now. But you yourself can't even be bothered to go down to NXT without putting on your pout face. I seen the clips floating around of him having the pout face. Oh no, I have to go down to NXT and I have to go help these students. Oh my god, let me get some tissue. The world's smallest violin for Corey Graves. Dude, give me a fucking break. Last time I checked, maybe I can't relate to you, obviously, because you're in the wrestling business and I'm some fucking peon mark who has to pay tickets to listen to the great Corey Graves mark out on commentary while being the condescending fucking prick. Sorry, don't want to make this personal. It's not personal. I don't know Corey Graves at all. My point being is, though, I can't relate to you in regards to that, but I can relate to you as a father, and I can relate to you as a person who has to do a full-time job. Shut the fuck up and speak. That's it. Shut up and speak. Can I ask you guys a question? Does it matter to you who happens to be on your television from an announcement standpoint? Now, clearly, if they fucking are the drizzling shits, that's one thing, right? But let's just say you got Death Row, right? A full fucking Yankees Death Row of commentaries, right? You got Gordon Soley, you got Jim Ross over there, right? You got some cool color commentators like Gorilla Monsoon. You want to throw in Bobby the Brain Heenan. Hell, hate him, love him. Vince McMahon also, Jesse Ventura. A Death Row. Hell, even nowadays, let's be fair, Michael Cole also. Are you really going to be able to tell the difference as far as, what you like or what you hate or whatever the case may be? I think you're just going to listen to the commentary for the most part, right? Obviously, 9 times out of 10, some of them might speak out and you might kind of break away from that. But for the most part, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. You're going to be watching the action in the ring, story being told, being able to give you clarity as far as what's going on. What makes Corey Graves believe that he's such a standout talent that anyone gives a dark fuck about his commentary. Now, obviously, and look, maybe I'm speaking on the term, maybe this has more to do with money. If that's the case, then yeah, by all rights, get angry, throw up a fit. If they dropped your pay by putting you down in NXT, which I would find somewhat hard to believe, but maybe that happens to be the case, whatever, especially when you didn't show any decline. Like, if you showed some decline, then I can see that. But I mean, I'm not really that big of a fan of Corey Grace's commentary, but some of you guys like it. Okay. I didn't see any decline. So I'm going to assume that your pay is still relatively the same. Just a presumption here. But if that happens to be the case, then hell yeah, throw a pitch fit. But let's just hypothetically pretend, for example, your pay is perfectly fine. This is more of an ego-driven thing. Dude, if this all happens to be the case, and you're like throwing up all this fucking pissy, moaning, complaining, and groaning, pouty face, you deserve to be fired. Like, is this really a conversation? They said they threatened to release him, right? Or there's a chance that he might get released, or, you know, there's questions about him being released. He should get fired. Straight up. Like, you're not a team player. You were asked to do a role to the best of your abilities, and instead, you bitch, you complain, you moan, and you groan for a position that, I'm sorry, pal, there are people either more known than you in that position, like a Pat McAfee, or there are people who are better than you at the position, like a Wade Barrett. Not to say that you're necessarily bad, although, again, not my cup of tea. You're just not on their levels in either skill metric. So what you need to do is take your dumb ass down to NXT, put on a headset, sit next to Vic, sit next to Booker, shut the fuck up. Oh, actually, shut the fuck down, speak up, put on a good face, and get these talents over. You know, do your fucking job. Because if you're not willing to do your job, then I know there are some other people who will be gladly willing to take your job. Just a thought, though. Just a thought. But I'm gonna let you guys have at it, folks. Go ahead, comment section below. Come on, chat. I know you guys want to do it. Come on, bring it all in. Let's go. I still love most of you, some of you, none of you. Let me know your thoughts in regards to how you feel about Corey Graves in this position. Devontae, you're speaking under term. How dare they do that to Corey Graves? Let's not talk about the things that are currently going on and compare Corey Graves to each person and say whether or not he needs to be in that position. No. Instead, let's emote, because that's the best thing they do in 2025 when you're a part of today's generation. You know, you emote, you show empathy, okay? I'm angry, and you're mean, because I'm angry. Shut up, bitch. It's all about meritocracy. Don't like it, suck my fat dick. With that being said, though, I want to say if nothing else pops off today, but man, the news has been pretty heavy later on. Well, I guess throughout the morning. But we'll see when we get there. If nothing really pops off, and if it's like something super small, I'll talk about it during AEW. And if you're hearing this in the future, I don't know, drain my balls or something, I don't know. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later on tonight, hopefully. A deuces and a P. Eyes.